Hey, how you doing? This is a video response to atheism is a religion. So wasn't a video I expected because not one time did he produce one shred of evidence or even make the claim that atheism is a religion. It wasn't discussed at all. What was discussed was basically the same thing that a lot of religious people claim, and it's that, either God always existed or the universe always existed. And of course God always existed, and therefore we can reduce that we know everything there is to know about God and worship Him, and all that ridiculous jibber jabber. But I decided to make a response to this one, because this one was a little bit offensive, and it was offensively bad as well. The dude starts off holding a paper clip and as if we think it just got there by random chance. We all know the paper clip was created, but that doesn't mean that everything that looks to be created is. I think I've given the example before of the man in the mountain that used to be in New Hampshire. It looks very much created, just like Mount Rushmore, but it was not. There's many such examples in nature. It's not fair for you just to say it's because something looks created that it must be. Secondly, I and other atheists are the source of all evil, source of all the world's problems. Number one, fuck you for making such a stupid and offensive assertion. And number two, I've never killed anyone or murdered anyone myself. And, of course some atheists have done such things, but they don't do them because of their religion. But millions upon millions upon millions of people have been murdered in the name of your religion, and sometimes exclusively because of your religion, like parents that murder their children just because of their children's beliefs. And it's not just an attack on Islam. It goes on a little more with them now than Christians and Jews, but Jews and Christians were also advocates of a murderous theological book, so take that for what you will. Number three, you use the example of the atheist not believing that something has been created as being akin to something as ridiculous as 1 + 1 = 3. 1 + 1 = 3 is at the highest level of absurdity. It's impossible. So regardless of what you think, the atheist view that there is no creator is not impossible, and therefore that analogy breaks down like that. I personally get tired of talking to people who make bad arguments and choose to believe unscientific nonsense over facts. And you said you get tired of talking to atheists, but to each his own. Then you make the claim that atheists don't use logic or reason. What the hell is that about? Atheists value both more than essentially everybody else. Definitely more than all followers of the Abrahamic religion. We're basically the only people in the world who don't believe in an imaginary sky friend, and that no one has ever produced one single shred of evidence for. And you call us illogical? It doesn't even make sense. We search for answers, we search for truth instead of appealing to an unchanging dogma and a book. it's funny that you're so blind that you can't even see that there's logical fallacies in the book that you worship, that you think is perfect, and there's logical fallacies. The Quran can't even decide, can't even be consistent on something as trivial as alcohol consumption, but yet you think it has all the answers in the world. Who values logic and who does it? It's funny to me. You're basically you're a clown for making that argument. That's a silly argument, dude. And you claim that atheists filter reality. You're the one that filters reality, sir. So let me help you out. The Quran is wrong on many things, and therefore is not perfect. We evolved from primates, and we were not created. If Allah, who you think is perfect, made a book with errors in it, then you, too, are wrong. You're wrong. Welcome to reality. Then you talk about how you talk to some atheists, and they admit that Islam is true, but decided against converting. Anyone who believes Islam is true and willingly disobeys it anyways, damning themselves to hell, is an idiot, and I don't want to be affiliated with or discuss them. I mean, they're stupid. If you know you're gonna go to hell, then you would obviously follow the religion. And then you get into the whole God always existed or the universe always existed, and I want to explain something to creationists. Just because the world is complex doesn't mean that there's a creator. There could have been many states of affairs for the world, but only a few in which there is an existence similar to this, and by random chance we got this one. Had all those things not worked, it doesn't mean that there'd be nothing in existence. It simply means that we wouldn't be here as we are right now, and things work the way they do because there are physical laws out there in nature. They didn't need to be created by God. Yes, I believe in the Big Bang, and yes, the reductio ad absurdum argument that you used on the Big Bang, where you just keep asking why, like a 4-year-old. It works on the Big Bang, but it works on every single concept on the planet, save God, because you build it into God's nature that He's eternal and was never created and always. I mean, what's the point? That's not even fair. You build it into His nature and your dogma that He couldn't have been created, and therefore He must have always existed and created everything else. It's ridiculous. It's sad to see people that give up on searching for the truth and searching for answers just because they have a convenient book that they can appeal to. The book's fucking wrong. Everybody, Christian, Jew, Muslim, all your books are wrong. They all have fallacies. That means your gods can't be perfect. You're all wrong. You're all worshiping for no reason. Let's get it together, people. I mean, if you do any kind of research, looking at the world and looking at the facts that contradict every religious text, you don't really have a choice. It's only a matter of clearing your mind of that mental disorder that billions of people have called religion. And I mean, that's all it is. When your mind is clouded like that and you try to fit everything into a stupid schema, then you make ignorant videos like that. And I'm not trying to be offensive to you, even though you did offend me. But just open your mind a little bit more, dude. So, peace out.